Hello everyone, so this is the sample problem number 4 for the pipe in series and parallel. So for today, we will be solving this problem. This is a combination of the series and the parallel connection in pipes. So this is a very tricky if you don't know the concept regarding the series and at the same time the parallel. So let's solve this one by one. So the problem is the water is flowing at the rate of 300 liters per second from letter A up to letter E as shown in the figure. Compute the flow in each pipe in liter per second and the total head loss. So we will assume that the friction factor is 0.025 for all pipes. So for this problem, since the junction is labeled by its letter, so we will add a label for each pipe po. So for A, we have number 1, can have this as number 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And then for the letter D junction, we have number 6. So this will be the number for each pipe. So for this problem, ang magiging problem lang natin is paggawa ng ating equation. And after that, syempre, gagamitin na natin yung mga equation na yan para ma-solve natin yung mga flow in each pipe. So first, let's create equation based on the principles of series and parallel. So for this one, meron tayong combination ng series. So for example, the pipe number 1, number 3, number 5, and then number 6 is in series. So if the pipe is connected in series, the discharge coming or going through the pipe 1 is the same sa pipe 3, pipe 5, and then pipe 6. Or kung ano yung pinasok ditong discharge, ayan din po yung lalabas sa pipe number 6. So ibig sabihin, yung Q1 natin is just equivalent to Q6 po. And then in the problem, the flow rate is given, which is 300 liters from point A to E. So this is equivalent to 0.3 cubic meter per second. So ayan po yung ating flow rate sa point 1 to 6. So this is the first equation. Okay. So for the second equation, since we have the series, ito na po yung magiging pangalawang equation natin. So Q1 is equivalent to Q3. Since pumasok siya dito, lalabas po yan dito sa tatlong branches niya. So magiging siyang parallel na po, no? Bakit siya naging parallel? As you can see po, ito po 2, 3, 5, and then 4 is in parallel. So kaya yung ating discharge dito is mahahati sa tatlo, which is Q2 plus Q3 plus Q4. So this is equation number 2. Okay, so next we have the following parallel again. Kung ma-observe po natin itong pipe number 3, and then pipe number 4, and then pipe number 5, naka-in parallel din po siya. So dito po, yung papasok sa pipe number 5 na fluid is galing po dito sa pipe number 3 and at the same time pipe number 4. So ang mangyayari po dito, yung pipe number 5 is equivalent, ay yung discharge of pipe number 5 is equivalent to the pipe number 3 or discharge at pipe number 3 and discharge at pipe number 4. So ito na po yung ating equation number 3. Okay, so we are done with the following discharge equation. So we will proceed with the head loss naman po. Meron tayong mga head losses depende kung series siya or parallel. Kapag series po yung ating pipe, yung head loss natin is just, yung total head loss is just the sum of all the head loss in each branches or in each pipe. Pero kapag naman parallel po tayo, the head loss in each branch is the same to all the branch, to all the pipe. Okay, so for example, yung head loss sa 1, head loss sa 3, and 5, and 6 is iba-iba. Okay, so kaya pwede tayong maka-create ng isang mahabang equation like head loss number 1 plus head loss number 3 plus head loss number 5 plus head loss number 6 is equivalent to total head loss. O kaya naman, since nakaparallel tayo dito, ito, tsaka ito, ibig sabihin, pwedeng head loss number 1 plus head loss number 2 plus head loss number 6 is equivalent to the total head loss. Okay? Let's add that equation. Total head loss is equivalent to head loss number 1 plus head loss number 2 plus head loss number 6. Okay? That is the total head loss. Next, meron po tayong dalawang parallel dito. Ito, 1 and then the 2. So, ibig sabihin, kung parallel po yan, hindi po natin pwedeng maisama itong number 2, no? Kasi, nakaabot siya dito sa point D or sa junction D. So, makakasama ito. So, which is not applicable. So, sa part ng parallel na to, ito lang yung dalawa yung magiging parallel. Kaya, ang mangyayari, yung head loss number 3 is equivalent to head loss number 4. Okay? Okay, and then the next head loss is from this point or from this pipe 2. So, this is ito naman yung magiging parallel nila, no? Itong bilog na yan, ayan, no? So, para sa head loss dyan, meron tayong head loss number 2. Equivalent po siya sa total nito. Kasi nakaparallel po siya, no? So, ibig sabihin, yung total naman nito is naka-series. So, kaya magiging siyang head loss number 3 plus head loss number 5. So, that is our equation para dito sa ating problem number 4. So, kung isusulat natin yung mga equation, we have equation number 3. Ito naman equation number 4. And then this one is equation number 5. And then lastly, we have equation number 6. So, meron tayong equation number 1 to 6 only. So, first step para ma-solve natin yung ating mga flow rate is to solve for the head loss ng mga pipe. So, unahin natin yung head loss number 1. So, since we have the given of 0.025, we will use the Darcy-Weisbach formula, which is 0.0826 FL Q squared over D raised to 5. So, this is Q1. So, in our problem, meron na tayong given na Q1, which is 0.3. Alright? So, substituting the given, we have 0.0826. The F is 0.025 across all this section. And then, for the pipe number 1, we have the length of 300 meters. And then, the Q is 0.3 squared. And then, this is over the diameter, which is 0.45 or 450 mm raised to 5. Alright, so solving for the head loss number 1, we can get the value of head loss, which is equivalent to 3.021 meters. Okay, so solving for the next head loss number 2, again, solve for the head loss and then write the formula 0.0826, but this time I'll be substituting the given 0.025. For the for number 2, we have 1.5 And then, we don't have the discharge number 2. So, ilalagay lang po natin is Q2 for the discharge. Okay? So, this is over 300 mm, 0.3 raised to 5. So, solving for the head loss number 2, meron po tayong 1,274.691 Q2 squared. Okay, so ilalagay lang natin siya as ganito. So much better if may store nyo na po yung ating mga value. For example, 1,274.691. Or ito, store nyo na sa letter A. This time naman, store nyo na sa letter B. And so on. So, for the head loss number 3, lalagay ko na lang po yung sagot. Okay? So, meron po tayong 1,268. You can solve for this problem po, no? Para ma-double check lang natin yung mga sagot. So, Q3 squared. Next is head loss number 4. Meron naman po tayong head loss number 4 that is equivalent to 3,871.875 Q4 squared. And then lastly, we have head loss number 5. Hindi pa pala last. Pang-5, we have 509 0.877 Q5 raised to 2. And then lastly, for head loss number 6, meron po tayong 4.029 meters. So meron na po kasing given na 0.3 yung ating head loss number 6. Kaya meron na siyang value. Okay? So meron na tayong mga given or meron na tayong mga head losses. Ano ba yung next natin gagawin? So we will use the equations para ma-solve natin yung mga discharge natin. Okay, so we have the following equations or the head losses para sa each pipe. So what we will going to do next is to determine which equations ang gagamitin natin. Medyo tricky lang ito, pero kaya naman siyang himayin. Ano po? So una, we will determine first ano yung merong equations na meron na din given. So in our equations here, yung may given lang po is yung Q1 and at the same time Q6. Okay? In this equation, among the 6, meron tayong equation number 2 na meron ng given. Isusulat natin siya dito. Q1, Q2 plus Q3 plus Q4. So for Q1, meron na tong 0.3. Okay? Tatlo na lang po yung kulang na equation natin. So ang gagawin po natin is kukuha tayo ng mga panibagong equations gamit yung ating ginawang 6 na equation. Paano natin gagawin yan? Una, pipili tayo ng isang variable na pwede nating masatisfy. First, we can consider Q2, pero hindi siya ideal in this problem. Ang pwede naman Q3 or pwede naman Q4. Pero since medyo based on our equation, medyo mahirap siyang gawin yung ating Q3. Pero kaya naman Q3 kasi meron tayong dito isa. And then meron naman dito na yung dalawa. At the same time, itong isa. Kung ma-observe nyo, 1, 2, 3. Automatic, meron talaga kaagad tayong 4 na equation na mako-consider. Pero pwede natin gamitin din yung Q4. So, kahit anong method yung gamitin nyo, basta makakuha kayo ng equations, pwede po. So, let's try the Q4. Kasi may nakita din akong Q4 po, no? Meron tayong isa, and then dalawa. Yan. Gagamitin lang natin yung dalawang equations para makakuha tayo ng dalawang equations din para dito sa ating equation number 2. So, first, we have head loss number 3 is equivalent to head loss number 4. Head loss number 3 is equivalent to head loss number 4. This is under equation number 5. So, i-move natin to. In equation number 5, head loss number 3 is equivalent to head loss number 4. So, meron tayong given na, na-solve kanina na 1268.736 Q3 squared equivalent to 3871.875 Q4 squared. So, for this, gagawa tayo ng equation ng Q3 in terms of Q4. So, we have 3871.875 Q4 squared over 1268.736 square root. Okay, so kaya calculator po natin, ang lalabas dyan is equivalent to square root of 3871.875 over 1268.736. We have 1.747 Q4. So, we have the equation number 7. Next, using equation number 3 naman, itong na-highlight ko kanina. In equation number 3, meron po tayong discharge 5 is equivalent to discharge 3 plus discharge number 4. So, we know na meron po tayong 1.747 na Q3. Ayan po yung isa-substitute natin dito. 1.747 Q4 plus Q4. This is equivalent to 2.747 Q4. Okay? So, meron na din tayong panibagong equation na yung Q5 is equivalent to 2.74 Q4. Okay, next. In equation number, ano naman tayo? Ito. Okay? Kasi kailangan natin ng panibagong equation ng number 2 para mailagay natin dito sa 2. Kasi yung 3 okay na. Yung Q4 okay na. Yung Q2 naman. Yan. Equation number 6. We have head loss number 2. Ano nga yun? Is equivalent to head loss number 3 plus head loss number 5. So, gamit po yung mga head losses natin, meron tayong 1274.691 Q2 squared equivalent to 1268.736 Q3 squared plus head loss number 5 509.877 Q5 squared. So, gagawa ulit tayo ng equation number 2 in terms of equation number 4. So, yung mga value nito, papalitan po natin gamit yung equation 7 and 8. So, bale yung mangyayari po is Q2 squared, equivalent po siya sa, ilagay ko muna dito as 1274. Mamaya natin i-arrange. 1268.736 Q3, wherein yung Q3 natin is equivalent to 1.747 Q4. Squared po yan, wag niyong kalimutan. 509.877. Yung Q5 naman po natin is ito. 2.747. Q5 natin is Q4. Squared din po siya. Simplifying the equation, makakakuha po tayo ng Q2 that is equivalent 2.461 Q4. This is equation number 9. Okay, so we have the value of Q3, Q4, and then Q2. So, dito, makakasolve na tayo ng Q4. Okay, using 0.3 Q2 plus Q3 plus Q4. So, yung 0.3 natin, meron tayong Q2 that is equivalent to 2.461 Q4 plus, yung Q3 natin is equivalent to 1.747 plus Q4. Oops, Q4 yan. Ulitin natin. Q4 is equivalent po to 0.0576 cubic meter per second. So we have the value of Q4. So using this equation number 2 or number 9, meron na tayong magiging solve na Q2. So for Q2, meron tayong 2.461. Yung Q4 natin is 0.0576. So this is equivalent to 0.1418. Next, Q3. Q3 natin is equivalent to 1.747. Q4, so this is equivalent to, erase ko na itong Q4 na to, lagay ko na lang 0.0576. This is equivalent to 0.1006. So, diba? Ganun lang po siya kadali. Na para bang hindi nalito. Q4, na-solve na natin. Ano na pala, last na, Q5. Q5 is in equation number 8. 2.747. (0.0576) This is equivalent to 0.1582 cubic meter per second. To check, of course, pwede nyong i-total yung ating Q2, Q3, and then Q4. So, dapat ang lumabas is 0.3. So, that's it for our sample problem number 4. Screenshot and goodbye.